Hey guys, Urban Combat Kill here, in Destiny, in the Reef, and I'm here to see what Zur has today because today's Friday, and on Fridays Zur brings his stuff. So let's go see what Zur has for us in store today. As you remember last week, he didn't have any 3 of coins, and it was a pretty piss poor week because all the gear kind of sucked, except for the Ram helmet, which I already had. Um, and the weapon, I can't remember what the weapon was, but it was the same thing he had sold the week before. So let's see what Zur has today. Wow, today marks the second week in a row that Zur does not have 3 of coins. This is kind of like making me wonder: is Zur gonna are the 3 of coins done, or is it just because of the dawn? Here's my idea. Because Zur's package, right? Zur's package, his little Christmas present. I don't know what he gives everyone. It gave me 3 exotic engrams. So actually, no, it gave me. I think. No, I think, yeah, 2 or 3 exotic engrams. I'm not quite sure. But so basically, what I'm thinking, maybe because of that, they decided to not have 3 of coins be sold during the dawning. I don't know. But Zur is not having them for the second week in a row, which kind of, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really concern me that much. But let's see what he does have. I noticed immediately he has the Suros regime, which is a weapon I've never had before. It's popular in the Crucible. It's high rate of fire, and it's got a pretty decent impact for an auto rifle. It has spinning up, which gives you higher stability, and it also, the longer the weapon is fired, the faster it fires, which at that rate of impact is actually pretty good. You got focused fire, which when zoomed, the weapon fires slower but has additional damage. Something I'll have to try out to see what it's like. Suros Legacy, the bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage and has the chance to return health on kill. That right there is really good for PvP. You got Hammer Forged, improved range and accuracy, and then lightweight. And then it's just basic kinetic damage, and you have some bullshit here, whatever. So yeah, this is actually a pretty decent weapon. I'm excited to use it in the Crucible. I do believe. Oh, it doesn't have any weapons ornaments. That's weird. All right, so yeah, this is actually a pretty good weapon. I'm gonna pick one of these up. And then we got an exotic engram. Repeat, exotic engram, not legacy engram. So basically, this will grant you a current year exotic helmet. Then you got the Crest of Alpha Lupi for the Titan, which basically allows you to revive and revive faster. It's basically the chest armor to use in trials if you're a Titan. Increased strength, intellect, scout rifle ammo, and fusion rifle ammo. So if you're down with scout rifles and fusion rifles in the Crucible, which I am not, you would be cool with these perks here. Arc recovery and arc armor. Increased armor when using an arc-based subclass. So the Striker, which in my experience is pretty good in PvP, goes those damn Fists of Havocs, man. They wreak some havoc. Then we got the Twist Fate, which allows you to use your needles to change these out without touching the light level, or these guys here. And I'm assuming it does change all of these random perks. I don't know if the Crest of Alpha Lupi is known for Arc Armor and Arc Recovery, but yeah, you could get Solar and Void, so I'm not quite sure about if these change or if it's basically static for this one. But yeah, so this would basically be best to use for the Striker because it's an Arc subclass. Uh, you could probably, I think I personally am using the Titan for the first time, and I've noticed that I actually prefer Defender subclass to the Sunbreaker just because you get a lot more armor. That's my first thoughts anyway. So you also have the Don't Touch Me Bro gauntlets, which basically make you invisible if you get punched, meleeed. This was basically very useful in the Crota raid because in the first part you basically are running through this huge room where a shitload of thralls run up to you and try to kill you. So they thralls melee. So when they melee you, you become invisible, and then it kind of saves your ass. But right now, I'm not sure how useful these would be outside of a novelty item. They may be useful in the Crucible. If somebody melees you, you can kind of be invisible and leave. But usually, if somebody melees me, I melee them back, and I usually win. So it's not really an issue for me. Then you got the Apotheosis Veil, which is not very impressive in my opinion. Private reserves immediately regenerate health, melee, and grenade energy upon activating your super, which I guess is kind of cool. Replenish health each time you pick up an orb of light. That's kind of cool. But for the exotic slot, it's not very interesting because, I mean, you do have a lot of other options, and there's a lot of different options. For the Warlock, for PvP, I tend to like to use the Ram and the Void subclass with the Memory of Fellwinter because I prefer having 2 grenades to having the super, because the super is kind of cool. I mean, it is good for getting rid of people, like one-shotting them, but I find that the double nades do just as much damage and regenerate faster. So also we got the Plasma Drive and the Stealth Drive, which are vehicle upgrades that upgrade your Blue Rarity Sparrow to a Legendary Sparrow and gives you the contrail as donated on the picture card. So this one would give you a cyan contrail, while this one would give you a reddish, hot pinkish contrail. Then you got the heavy ammo synthesis. You got 3 for 1 strange coin, or 10 for 3 strange coins. I'm gonna pick up one of these. I am merely a trash collector for the night. Wow. Okay. Alrighty then. Sure. Finally, he drops the big one about his job. All the while we thought he was some big shot, and he's just a trash collector. And then you got the exotic shard, and you got the motes of light. Motes of light again. Just to be thorough every week, it would be more worthwhile to shove a knife up your ass than it would be to buy these motes of light for 2 strange coins. Because in my experience, you earn 3 times the motes of light that you earn strange coins in any general time played in the game. So spending 2 of your strange coins just for one of these makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. And that concludes the Azure video. Oh wait, I didn't go through the glass needles, which allow you to change. As I said, you can't do it with this one, but so yeah, it would appear that you can only use glass needles in armor. So yeah, you basically can twist the fate, which changes the role of your exotic gear, so that you can change this stuff here. So basically, if you don't like the fact that the crest of Alpha Lupi is arc here, or if you would rather have if you would rather have discipline rather than strength, or you would rather have discipline and strength as opposed to strength and intellect, then you can actually re-roll these using the glass needle, and you should be fine. Which, coming down to it, I think it's kind of crazy that they want to charge you an exotic shard to get the glass to buy the glass needles. I personally, I don't know. I don't see myself ever using the glass needles. I mean, I mean, I guess I'm not at that point yet where I feel like if you're gonna be spending this kind of shit, like an exotic shard, there's already enough to spend exotic shards on, and they're pretty expensive. So, if you're gonna be doing this, I think you should be like maxed out light level, and you're at the point where you're pretty much selecting the exact gear that you want, so you get the perfect layout, perfect loadout for your character. So, for instance, yeah. So that basically concludes this year video. You see, I got the raid armor. I did the raid last week, and I got the Suros regime. And we're gonna check this out. So let's, yeah. So that concludes the Azure video, and a lot of people are gonna do something like this if they find out that the Three of Coins is no longer being sold. There'll be a lot of salty people out there, and there will be a lot of people. There will be some people that are happy because there have been people that said they should stop selling the Three of Coins because there's other ways to get exotics besides the Three of Coins, which I suppose there are, but why would you want to ruin someone else's experience when you can simply stop buying Three of Coins if you don't like using them? That concludes the video. I will catch you guys later on the next one. Peace.